Okay, I've tried many times to rehearse this and to possibly do a stream on this, but after the numerous occasions that I have tried to stream, I have always had some sort of network connection issue, and I would actually have to go to mobile, or I would have to go to Instagram, or I would have to go to Facebook in order to do a live stream. But you know what? I'm going to go right back to the formula of making a video on this and try to address the situations and issues that I'm having with YouTube. Now, it's basically just an issue, not issues, but in light of some things that I have seen and that I've actually witnessed, I think it's time, YouTube, that we had a talk. And something that has been quite bugging me in terms of what I witnessed and from what I have seen. Now, from what I've seen and witnessed is something that I thought I would never actually have to be shown on, on YouTube. YouTube, we could go as far back as the Matt What It Is situation, the whole Adpocalypse, with this whole pedophile ring and all of this. Now, before I go any further with this, let me at least address something here. If anyone here is under the age of 18, I do not recommend that you click on this video, but I will try to at least make this as toned down and mature as possible in terms of covering this situation, because I do not want people younger than the age of 18 to be listening to either some vulgarity or some things that I have to bring up here, because I do care about the safety of my viewers, especially the fact that I'm covering a subject that kind of feels like people can be vulnerable to in terms of ads. Now, I will get to that in just a second, but if that person watches my video or watches a video of any channel, chances are those kind of ads may pop up, and that's one of the things. Actually, that's the main thing here I really need to address. Now, we can go back as to the Matt What It Is situation with this whole pedophile ring that YouTube itself was strictly coming out after having advertisers pull from YouTube. From here, to some degree, I can understand a method that would actually make YouTube better in terms of this, because now every single channel to this day has to comply with videos that are suited for kids or not suited for kids. Now, I don't know how this algorithm goes, but my videos mostly are not suited for kids, mostly due to the vulgarity. It has nothing really to do, because I don't really show content because I can't show certain clips. I can't show things that I want to cover because YouTube is highly strict about it, which I find highly hypocritical at this point, because other people have tried doing this too, and they were trying to display a point and with good terms of criticism and fair use, but unfortunately YouTube itself does not adhere to their own rules. They arbitrarily make up rules as they go, and now I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist about this, but this goes in many ways in terms of thumbnails, in terms of content, but I'm kind of getting off point here. Now, complying with those rules, adhering to the fact that every time I upload a video or do a stream or have a project in mind, if it's a reaction, a try not to laugh challenge, a compilation of whatnot, I have to adhere to the rules that it's either safe for kids or not safe for kids. Most of my videos, most of them, not all, but most of them are not safe for kids due to the fact that I am a very vulgar person. I say the F word, I say, the B word, the A word. I say a whole lot of words in my videos because I like to rebel against YouTube sometimes, because I like to be a person who does not give a flying, again, I'm going to just be mature about this, I don't give a flying fling about what YouTube thinks would be suitable and have to be a dystopian type of YouTube channel that is the same of everybody else's. I don't want to be that way. However, though, I'm going to make an exception for this video. However, though, in terms that I would find it a lot hypocritical if something like this on my shirt was highly inappropriate for YouTube. Now, here's the main problem, because bear in mind, what I display here, I love Slave Leia. Slave Leia happens to be one of my favorite, types of, things that I like, as a character. Leia is, in fact, one of my characters, and this is basically one of the main things. Now, here is the main thing I'm having the problem with. Now, I watch a video, I don't exactly know which video it was. I was watching a lot of Tyrone Magnus reacting to things. I'm watching a lot of video game awesome videos. I'm watching a whole lot of people react to things or playing game channels or reactions. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong. I enjoy watching these videos because, it's something that gets me to relax. Or sometimes I review over my own content and seeing like, maybe I could have actually been better. But then I don't know which video it was, and there's no one here at fault with their videos. It has nothing to do with their video that they made. I want to just make that completely clear and address to that point. It has nothing to do with anyone uploading their video that I watched, okay? That being said, what I had witnessed, whatever video it was on, it doesn't matter. There was an ad, and YouTube allowed this, by the way. There was an ad of a webcam girl masturbating. Bear that in mind. YouTube allowed this. I had witnessed an ad of a woman masturbating. She was in a chair and she was masturbating. And it was an ad for a sexual site. This is where I find something completely hypocritical and also problematic because it does not matter. I don't care how the algorithm is set out. This to me is a very problematic matter, YouTube. You're telling me that my videos need to comply with not safe for kids or safe for kids, otherwise my monetization, not that I'm really caring about monetization, because this is more about a morality and an objective point here. You are going to tell me that my videos have to comply with not safe for kids or safe for kids, but yet it's perfectly okay for you to display ads of a woman jerking off on camera for anyone else out there, because I was exposed to this. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to say that, I'm a guy who loves women. I'm a guy who loves sexy stuff. However, though, in compliance to YouTube's terms of service, I do care about the safety of kids. I do care about the safety of others when it comes to watching my content or somebody else's content. Okay? I give a damn about what someone watches. Okay? Whether if they like watching a reaction video, if they like watching some sort of how-to video, if they watch a rant video, a commentary, just a skit or some sort of movie project, fine. But the problem is that if you're going to display an ad while also telling people that we have to comply to a safety term of service about children's safety, but yet you're going to display an ad of a woman masturbating on YouTube, like for a YouTube ad, or basically an ad that's to a sexual site, that YouTube is not only problematic, because if a kid got exposed to that, you would have a lot of heat on you. Number two, completely hypocritical on your part, because again, we're complying to your rules, and I find it arbitrarily disingenuous of you to display some sort of thing like that. Because after all, I mean, you are trying to clean up this site, and I find it a little bit hard, because you're also cracking down on Shane Dawson for that reason too, right? And I get it. And by all means, more power to you, because you're actually taking more strict measures and finding out about Shane Dawson, oh my gosh. But number three, you're meaning to tell me after all of this, so if something like this was deemed inappropriate, but yet you're going to display something, I'm just saying as an example, I'm not saying that this is basically inappropriate, but I'm going to find that a little bit hard to believe. So if something like this is inappropriate, but you displaying an ad of a woman masturbating on your platform is not inappropriate, then YouTube, you need to get your serious things in order. You need to get your priorities in order, because this is not only a danger to your site, this is a damage to your reputation, and your damage to your own reputation has been far enough. It's to the point where I just feel like leaving YouTube. And not that I'm saying I would, because you know what? I do care about what I post, on here, and I do care about the safety and well-being of others. But if you're going to tell me, and I'm going to say this one more time, if you are going to tell me that I need to comply with the rules about whether if my content is suitable for children or not suitable for children, but yet it's perfectly okay for you to submit sexual ads publicly out there on YouTube while telling others like me and so many others that we need to be more cautious about it, which I do agree, we do need to be more cautious, but it's perfectly okay to you to just post out sexual ads. YouTube, get I don't know where the train stops with you. Your logic and Susan, She doesn't know how to run YouTube. Fire her. Do something. Do something that is more credible than what you are doing. Find a better solution, because this is not a solution. The fact that I got exposed to a sexual ad, again, I mean, I love women and shit, but if my channel or if myself found out, got exposed to an ad that you are submitting that is a sexual ad, imagine if a minor got exposed to an ad that you're displaying on your channel. And no, I'm not telling advertisers to pull away from their stuff. I'm telling you, YouTube, you need to do a better job at what you're doing. Avoid problematic situations. Because if my ass saw this ad, chances are there's other people of different ages that saw this ad. Get your stuff together. Rant over. Have a good day, gentlemen and ladies.